are standing in front of a giant brain today. I'm standing next to a giant brained man.
You're kind.
Thank you. Dr. Oz is with us today. So I was feeling a little bit smart in that our trivia of the day, we do a little game backstage. Our trivia of the day question was about which organ of the body is fattiest, over 60% fat.
Oh, I know.
I know you know, you're a doctor, but I was very proud that with my wild deductive skills, I figured out it was the brain.
You're so smart.
But I didn't know that.
You probably don't. None of you probably would have guessed that. Here's the thing. We think about fatty livers, right? And
Right.
not a good thing, because that's because you ate too much of the wrong things. But our brain is 60% fat because we're mostly fatheads needing inside of this beautiful structure fats to lubricate our brain so the nerves can talk to each other. And when we don't eat the right fats, and we'll get to that, we actually make our brain so rigid and solid we can't cope with the world around us. People get depressed from not having the right kind of fats in their brain.
So we are literally all fatheads, but we want to learn how to be good fatheads.
Yes.
I love that. Okay, so you're going to take us on a walk through our brain?
A magical tour through the most amazing place you ever even thought of, and it happens to be inside of all of us. So take a look at the outside for a second. This is the front. So as I look towards you, it's this part of my brain.
It would be the frontal lobe.
Frontal lobe. This is what makes us human. 70,000 years ago, when our ancestors came out of Africa, this part of the brain came alive. Planning, morality. It turns out interesting, our ability to work in groups, a lot of it's here.
All in the frontal lobe,
Yeah,
wow.
all frontal. Our ability to restrain ourselves, hold ourselves back. And I tell my kids this, and I'm going to tell you all, you can use this as ammo for your young ones. This part of the brain doesn't mature until you're in your mid-20s.
Oh.
That's why...
I only vaguely remember that time, but boy, is that true.
That's why young people get into car accidents, they get hooked on drugs. Whenever I talk to a person who started smoking before age 20, before this was mature, it's
Right.
always harder to stop than someone who started smoking after age 20. Because once this matures, and that's why we hold people
You have
back.
better reasoning skills.
Yes, and self-restraint is a big part of being human. So again, this part of the brain massively grew to allow us to look in each other's eyes and connect, right? This is for empathy, intimacy, all that stuff. However, what makes it tick are these little babies. These are neurons. Now,
These are neurons.
Right, so that looks like a smiley face here, but this is a neuron with a long tube that connects one nerve to another. Now, here's the thing. These have to be coated. They're like electrical wires. When you don't have the right coating electrical wires, you get short circuits. Same thing happens in our brain. The fat is important to coat these.
That's why it matters if you have good fat or the wrong kind of fat, because you can seize these up,
Yes,
essentially.
Yeah. Women, when they get pregnant, the baby loves omega-3s because their fats, in their brain is really important. They suck the omega-3s out of you. So these babies...
So a pregnant woman would want to eat a lot of food like salmon that's rich in omega-3s.
And what happens when they don't?
Dumb baby, dumb mommy, maybe both?
Unfortunately, you get a child whose brain isn't where it could be.
No, really?
But the child will take his mother's omega-3s. The mother will give it up. Mother sacrifice always. But the mother gets depressed. Postpartum depression.
Sure, postpartum
It's linked to that.
depression.
They actually did a study giving women who are depressed after having a baby omega-3s, and these neurons got better.
They become electric, they come back. Wow, that's fascinating.
So let's go inside.
It really is true. You are what you eat when it comes to your health, right?
Completely. You want to fix healthcare in America? Don't get sick.
That's
and these are techniques that let you live to your fullest, and we save the government so much money, we don't have to pick a system. They'll all work well for us.
Because we'll all be alive and healthy.